we're going to have to find a way, as that's the state of things, we have to find a way out of it, aren't we? We're going to have to find a way out of it to be happy. So as British people, I think we need to, yes, I know a lot of you go, I'm British, I'm Scottish. We're going to be covering that later in the show. Don't worry, I know, okay? Not coming up here and going, we're all one and the same, and you're happy about that. No, it's fine. We'll cover it later. It's just put it down for a minute. But just generally, the one thing we do have in common across the British Isles is that we are all miserable as sin. We're miserable, we're angry, and I think one of the first things you have to do when you're trying to get out of a situation like that is try and remember a time that you were happy. And I think if you're honest with yourself, and I'm honest with myself, the only time we've ever really been happy was during the pandemic. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Free money, judging people. How much better would this weekend be if when you saw someone having a nice time in their garden, you could phone the police? Didn't know what you were missing. It was great. You could be a judgmental prick all the time. You don't like people. For 2 years, they were legally obliged to leave you alone. You got to wear a mask on your face so you could say fuck off to everyone and they didn't even know. That was a way to go to Sainsbury's. That was the only time you were really living, my friend, and they took it away. So we got to get it back. And we can even be a dick when you got the old jab. That was great, wasn't it? We're peeling off into little groups. There was vaxxers and anti-vaxxers. Everyone judging, saying shit about each other. Then you got the jab and you could be like, oh, what did you get? Moderna? I got AstraZeneca. We were able to be proper pricks legally, and we loved it. And they've taken it away. So how are we going to get that feeling back? The feeling of judgment, being carved up into little groups, the constant feeling of threat and doom and shame. I got it. We're going to have to get heavily back into religion. That is the only way for us to recapture that. So I've been on a spiritual quest. I'm like, right, religion's the thing, I'm going to get back into it. So I was looking for a religion. Now, I was raised Catholic, one of the Abrahamic faiths. We're the iPhone generation. What need we have of the Bible? It's just like, no. So I was like, I know. I'm going to have to start one. None of the ones fit. I'm going to have to start one. And then I thought about it. I'm quite a lazy drunk. And I was like, I'm probably not the man for that job, actually. I've got other stuff on, like watching telly, sitting down, that sort of thing. And I didn't really know what to do because there was this crisis. There was nothing for me. And around that time last year, I went to the cinema and I saw Top Gun 2. And a light bulb went off. I was like, I got it. I'm going to become a Scientologist. Yeah. I sensed skepticism in the room, but there must be something in it. The bloke hasn't aged since 1986. And my friend was like, you can't be a Scientologist. And I was like, why not? He goes, they abuse a lot of their members. I looked into it. 90% of their members are aspiring actors. Have you ever met an aspiring actor? Bigger group of cunts you couldn't hope to come across. There's a global charitable organisation dedicated to punishing those fuckers. Sign me up. And he said, no, but they make you pay for the promise of a better life. I was like, I've been in that sort of abusive relationship with Fitness First now for about 15 years. And Louis Theroux's never shown up to make a documentary about it. And he was like, yeah, did you see the documentary about Scientology that Louis Theroux made, though? Did you see it? And I was like, yeah, it wasn't a documentary about Scientology. It was a documentary about trespassing. Louis Theroux just bumbling up to places without a filming permit going, can I film here? And they're going, no. You can't film in a Pret a Manger without a filming permit, Louis. It doesn't mean the sandwiches are poison. Fuck off. Look. I just want to feel like I felt watching Top Gun 2 all of the time. The ever-young Tom Cruise kicking the fuck out of some Russians. Yes, please. I know everyone's worried. Oh, mention the Russian thing. Everyone's very worried about that. And bad Putin. I've got a different take on that. I just think it's nice to have the Russians back. Like, we've missed them since they've been gone. They went away in the 90s. We've been scrambling around for a proper enemy since. You need to wake up in the morning, have your shreddies, and know who the cunts are. And the Russians are providing that perfectly. Okay, who are the bastards today? Oh, it's the Russians. Yeah, perfect. Also, bonus points, they're white. You don't even have to worry about that. You'd be like, I fucking hate Russia and I hate Russians. No one's telling you off at a dinner party for that. Lovely stuff.